Welcome all. Myself Jisa David, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology. This lecture I'm going to discuss the topic transistor logic from the subject logic circuit design. So this is the overview. First, discussion with transistor logic, then 7400 TTL series, its subfamilies, and various form of TTL and TTL characteristics. Transistor logic is a class of digital circuit built from bipolar junction transistor and resistor. It is called transistor logic because both the logic gating function and the amplifying function are performed by transistors. The first TTL logic family of integrated circuit was introduced by Salvani in 1963. And TTL manufacturers offered wide range of logic gate, flip-flops, counters, and other circuits. The design of the input and output of the TTL gates allowed many elements to be interconnected. Many TTL logic gates are typically fabricated onto a single integrated circuit. The TTL ICs usually have 4-digit numbers beginning with 74 or 54. A TTL device employs transistor with multiple emitters in gates having more than one input. 7400 TTL series first developed in 1965 and they are known as standard TTL. TTL family use only transistor to perform the basic logic operation. There are several subfamilies of the TTL technology such as standard TTL, low power TTL, high speed TTL, Schottky TTL, low power Schottky TTL, advanced Schottky TTL, and advanced low power Schottky TTL. The commercial TTL ICs have number designation that starts with a 74 and follows with a suffix that identifies the series type. Examples are 7404, 74S86, etc. The 54 series is the counterpart of 74 series. So next we will see the working of TTL as NAND gate. It includes various forms, that means TTL with passive pull-up, TTL with totem pole output, TTL with open collector output, and tri-state TTL. So for NAND gate, like considering a 3-input NAND gate, A, B, C, and this is the output. So in the output you can see if any one of the input is 0, the output remains high or logic 1. If all the inputs are high, the output will be 0 or logic 0. So next we will see the working of TTL as NAND gate, starting with a TTL with a passive pull. So this is the internal circuit which is made up of transistors and resistor. It consists of 3 transistors T1, T2 and T3, where T1 which has multiple emitter terminal through which we are giving the inputs. Let it be the inputs are A, B, C. And its collector is connected to the base of the transistor T2 and its emitter is given as input to the base of transistor T3. Then output is taken from the collector terminal of T3 and the CO, it is the effective straight capacitance which is connected between the output terminal and ground. We are providing a supply voltage VCC. So the first condition we are considering, at least any one of the input is low. Then the emitter base junction of T1 corresponding to the input in the low state is forward bias because its base is connected to VCC through RP1. So the transistor T1 become forward bias so that there will be current flow So the current into the transistor T2 will be less. So the collector potential T1 falls to a low voltage so that the transistor T2 remains off. If T2 is off, no current flow through the resistor Re2. So the voltage developed across Re2 will be approximated to 0 so that the transistor T3 remains off. If transistor T3 is off, its collector potential is equal to VCC and its output is in logic 1 state. Now second condition is if all the inputs are high, then the base emitter junction of the transistor T1 is reverse biased. So that the transistor T1 is reverse biased, but the collector terminal of T1, there is a sufficient current flow to the base of transistor T2 so that the T2 become on. If T2 is on, a sufficient potential is developed across Re2 so that the T3 remains on. If T3 is on, its collector potential become low, which is corresponding to VCSat. So this is output is in logic state 0. Now some disadvantage. The disadvantages of the passive pull-up circuit is that due to the presence of the stray capacitance, the output changes from one state to some other state. It will take certain time. That time is depending on the time constant RC3 into Cu. See, in order to increase the speed of the circuit, if you reduce the value of RC3, that will increase the power dissipation. So this is overcome by active pull-up or totem pole circuit. So this is the circuit of TTL with a totem pole output. It consists of again 4 transistors T1, T2, T3 and T4. The totem pole output implies that the transistor T4 sits at top in T3 in order to give low output impedance. The low output impedance means a short time constant RC. Therefore, the output can change rapidly from one state to another. T1 is a multiple type emitter transistor, that means which have multiple emitter terminal through which we are giving the inputs A, B and C. Then the transistor T2 is function as a phase splitter since the emitter voltage is out of phase along with the collector voltage. The transistor T3 and T4 by the totem pole output, the capacitance CO shows the stray capacitance. The diode D is added to make sure that T4 is cut off while output is low. The voltage drop of diode D remains the base emitter junction of T4 reverse bias, therefore only T3 conduct while output is low. This is the construction details of TTL with the totem pole output. Here also we are considering the working of TTL as a NAND gate. So first condition, let it be at least one input is low. If any one of the input is low, the corresponding base emitter junction of transistor T1 is forward biased. So this transistor T1 goes into saturates or it become on. Thus the base voltage of T2 is almost 0. So T2 is cut off so that its collector potential is high. So that will force to turn on T4. At the same time there will be turn off T3. And this T4 is function as an emitter follower and couples a high voltage to the load so that its output is high. Now condition 2, it is all the inputs are high, the emitter base junction of transistor T1 is reverse biased and its collector base junction of T1 is forward biased because it is connected to VCC through RB1. So the current is flowing in the base of T2 so that the transistor T2 become on. So sufficient potential is developed across RE2 that will turn on the transistor T3 so that will reduce the output voltage. So this will be the output will be the logic at state 0. So this is the working of TTL with a totem pole output. Now this is the summarization for 2 inputs. Now next configuration is TTL with the open collector output. TTL with the totem pole output has a major problem that 2 output of the 2 gates cannot be connected together. So this is overcome by TTL with the open collector output. This is the corresponding circuit. So here the collector is open, there is no resistor in between VCC and its collector terminal. So the collector terminal of T3 is available outside the IC where the external resistor is to be connected. The circuit acts as a TTL with a passive pull-up, hence the advantage of active pull-up cannot be achieved in the circuit. So here the wired AND connection is possible. This is a comparison of totem pole and open collector output. For totem pole, output stage consists of 2 transistors T4 and T3, and in open collector, output stage consists of only pull down transistor. External pull up resistor is not required in totem pole arrangement, but in open collector, external pull up resistor is required. Operating speed is high in the case of totem pole arrangement, but in open collector, operating speed is low. The next one is tri-state TTL. Here combines the advantage of totem pole and open collector circuit. It has 3 states. It includes high, low and high impedance. And here it consists of input, output and an enable pin. So this is the corresponding truth table. If the enable is 0, whatever be the value of input, the output is corresponding to high impedance stage. The enable pin is 1, input is 0, output is at 0. Enable pin is 1, input is 1, the output is 1. The next one is the TTL as a NOT gate or as an inverter, and its working principle and the circuit is same as that of TTL totem pole arrangement. Here we have only one input Vin that will give an output Vout, but the Vout, it is the inverted version of Vin. And these are the characteristics of TTL. Normally the base gate is NAND, fan in it is 12 to 14, fan out it is 10, and power dissipation it is 10 milliwatt. Noise margin it is 0.5 volt. Propagation delay it is in 10 nanosecond and noise intensity is medium. So this is the overview of transistor logic. Thank you.